Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Give me your hand.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Okay.
You must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them. In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
There are ghost children possessing giant robots. Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Pappy! Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Bobby, go!
Where to? Why do I always get the weirdos?
Hello and welcome back to the Movie Bar Podcast, the movie podcast for movie fans by movie fans. The bar is now open. Welcome to episode number 81. I am your host, John.
I'm Justin.
How you doing this week, Justin?
I'm here.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. And tomorrow's Halloween.
Yeah.
So what are the kids being?
A mishmash of things.
Okay.
James is going to be Pikachu, I think, but that's the only thing I can come up with that's actually like a thing. So
Okay, Pikachu. All right. Hunter is going to play Foxy, which we will be discussing later on in great detail. Did you not like that movie?
it's okay. A little hard out.
Yeah. All right. Let's start off a discussion. We both had the chance to watch Joe Lynch's new movie, Suitable Flesh.
I
Justin, your thoughts?
didn't want to watch it, but I did.
Okay.
I mean, again, it wasn't really my kind of movie.
Yeah.
Kind of lost me at the end. I feel it could have been wrapped up with a nice, neat, tiny little bow.
Yeah.
But they had to write in those stupid human decisions that nobody would have made. And I know this is nitpicking, but it drove me nuts during that goddamn scene. Backup cameras do not stay on unless the car is in reverse. Watching his body fall away from the wall should not have been possible on that little screen. I understand it's a movie, yada yada yada. That just drove me nuts. I was just so mad. I don't know why. Just noticing it. It's like there's no backup camera that works like that.
Okay. Well, maybe she was still in reverse and not in drive.
How was she driving forward?
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here.
Magical forces of the
Yeah,
building, like sticking out some bricks and pushing the car away from the
yeah, it
wall
could be.
while
Well,
in reverse and
well,
not smoking and squealing tires.
I enjoyed the movie. I
You
watched it.
liked it because there was a lot of nudity in it.
No, not even that. The blood. There was a lot of blood.
Eh.
I like blood. Well, I liked it. You didn't like it. That's why.
I didn't like it because I didn't want to watch it. I had no interest in seeing it.
Okay. Well, we saw it. Now we've talked about it. We don't have to cover it, I guess.
These things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's
All
just,
right.
like I said, it wasn't my kind of movie.
Yeah, that's all. It's not for everybody. All right. Couple sad bits of news here. Why don't you start us off?
Yes, Richard Roundtree, star of Shaft, passed away at the age of 81. Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. Shaft.
Yeah, that sucks. And then TV lost two of its iconic characters this past weekend.
One more than others, but
Yeah. Richard Mole, who played Boulder Bailiff on Night Court, died at 80. What?
So sad.
I can't think of anything else that he did.
Oh, he's been in tons of stuff.
Has he?
Tons. He voiced a lot of characters. He was in that old horror movie. I think he might have just been in the second one, but it was House 2, maybe.
Okay.
And let's see, he was in Sidekicks with Chuck Norris. He's a
Okay.
gym teacher. Oh man, I can see him in other things too. They just escape my memory at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he was in a lot of movies.
But I do remember him from Night Court, and I remember when I was in Germany, one of my coworkers, when I first got there, he was like, "Holy crap, you like Bolt from Night Court, just not skinny."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck you. And also, Matthew Perry passed away. The Friends star Chandler Bing was 54 years old. This was a surprise. Seems to be taking a lot of people mourning. I was kind of interested to see what the co-stars said, but they released a joint statement together today, expressing their condolences and how upset they are. But no drugs were found, so I'm sure that's the first thing people thought about when they saw that he passed away. So
yeah, he was very much into sobriety, so
yeah,
just
very
one of those
funny.
things.
Very funny. All three will be missed. Condolences to friends, family, and fans. All right, what you watched this week?
Suitable Flesh and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh wow.
I did well. I mean, I kind of watched Jumanji: The Next Level and Nightmare Before Christmas with the kids the other day, but I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, I've had a week. I watched Dutch. I know you talked about that a couple of weeks ago.
Great movie.
I've never seen it before, and it was fucking hilarious. Like, especially at the end when he pulls out the BB gun. Like,
The Ring.
Yeah. I watched Role Models, Sean William Scott and Paul Rudd. Watched Five Nights at Freddy's to make sure that it was okay for Hunter to watch. Then I went down the rabbit hole of Rocky. I watched Rocky.
No. You got to finish that statement. Did Hunter watch the movie?
We'll get to that in a moment. So I watched Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I showed Hunter Rocky 4. I don't know if I can watch any more movies with him. He talks way too fucking much now.
You started him off with number 4. Kind of an asshole does that.
Well, he started watching.
How do you start anybody at number 4?
He started at number 3 because he had shown up when Rocky was wrestling Thunderlips, the ultimate male against the ultimate meatball. So, but he caught on real quick.
Yeah, I'd have a lot of questions too if I came into a series of number 3/4. I'd want to know like things.
And then the moment he waited for the last 6 months.
You didn't even give him Mickey. I mean, my God.
Well, he saw Mickey in the flashbacks. 6 months been hearing about this fucking movie, and he finally watched Five Nights at Freddy's. He did pretty good, even though it really wasn't that bad. But he enjoyed it. That's our main topic this week, and I'm going to insert a little video of him giving his thoughts on the movie. So I have to do that. And I watched Suitable Flesh this morning. So that is my list of what I watched.
I was also upset because had I known before I went to watch it that you also had The Mean One, I definitely would have chosen The Mean One over that.
We can discuss the Mean One next week.
I would have watched that this week. I'm not gonna have time to watch it next week. Next week's a holiday weekend.
Oh yeah, it's Veterans Day.
Observed.
I don't get the day off, so but don't worry, my movie list will be short. Well, actually, no, I'm off the next 2 days, so my movie list might be quite long. All right, we're ready to hop into our main topic here.
I suppose.
So this week's topic is Five Nights at Freddy's. A troubled security guard begins working at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. While spending his first night on the job, he realizes the late shift at Freddy's won't be as easy to make it through. It was directed by Emma Tammy, distributed by Warner Brothers, based on the video game Five Nights at Freddy's by Scott Cawthon. Had a $20 million budget. Music by the Newton Brothers. Was released October 27th, 2023. Is rated PG-13 and is currently streaming on Peacock and in theaters.
Sandy Cock. All right, our cast of characters. We have John Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt, Piper Rubio as Abby, Elizabeth Lale as Vanessa, Matthew Lillard as Steve Ragland. Great to see him again. Mary Stuart Masterson as Aunt Jane, Kat Connor Sterling as Max, Christian Stokes as Hank, Joseph Peliquin as Carl, Lucas Grant as Garrett, Theodus Crane as Jeremiah. Wow. Typecasting. Kevin Foster as Freddy Fazbear, Jade Kindar Martin as Bonnie, Jessica Weiss as Chica, and Roger Joseph Manning Jr. as Foxy.
Okay, so going into this movie, did you know anything about Five
Not
Nights
a
at Freddy's?
goddamn thing.
So your kids obviously are not into it.
No.
Hunter is very into it. I don't know how he got into it. Maybe he's watching YouTube or whatever. But it started with...
nothing about this is a kid's thing.
It's really not, but it's kids that fucking love it. I don't get it. Like, and, you know,
it's trying to take them over. That's what it is. It is the plot to the movie.
So...
We figured it out. We're going to die in 24 hours. You know that, right?
Why?
Because we figured it out.
24 hours from when this drops or 24 hours from
I
when
don't know. We'll figure that out.
So it's we're either going to die on Halloween or die on Saturday. Sweet. Awesome. I have plans Saturday that I'm looking forward to that I would like to be around for. But,
so you better hope it's when it drops.
Yeah.
Still wait for the gates.
Yeah, that was what, 15 years ago?
Something like that.
Around this time of the year. But so the original Yeah, let's not kid about that shit, okay? I got told yesterday that there's a tree that looks like it's coming down, so it's right over here. So, but
Might want to have somebody come take that down before
yeah.
it decides to do it.
So the original, after the original game came out, there was a story going on that this was based off of a true story where somebody killed a bunch of kids inside of a Chuck E. Cheese after closing.
That would make national news.
I guess it happened I don't know. But all the parents were against it, like, oh, this is corrupting kids, whatever. Now it's reaching a younger audience, and there's action figures, there's fucking stuffed animals, there's puppets, video games, now a movie. Like, so the FNAF craze is fucking crazy.
Did you
And
just say? Did
the what?
you just say the FNAF?
Hunter taught me that word. FNAF.
No,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
it's not a word. It's an abbreviation, and it's no.
Well,
Don't use your little Gen Z buzzwords on me.
yeah. I'm a fucking year younger than you, asshole. So apparently there is a craze because this has been Blumhouse's highest fucking, what would be the word? Grossing movie opening weekend. And it's all over the world. There's been some problems at a lot of theaters with people being unruly and rowdy and stealing shit. And considering that this was a day and day where it dropped in theaters as well on a streaming platform, to be making the amount of money that it's made, unbelievable.
Well, I can tell you, I am certainly glad I did not contribute a red goddamn cent.
I know, you steal Peacock, I know.
I don't steal anything.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's start discussing the movie.
I merely trade passwords for services on other providers. You have my I'm not going to say it because they're a bigger company than that one.
And I don't even use it because I had it the whole time too. So I really don't. But who's are you stealing? Your brothers?
I'm not stealing anything.
I'm sorry. Sharing.
Yours, dummy.
What?
Yours, dummy.
Oh, mine. Oh, nice.
I'm not giving goddamn NBC any goddamn money. Screw them. They own Comcast.
Hey, Time Warner.
I don't care about them. I've never had them.
I can confirm your brother did see this movie the other night, and he told me he liked it. So the movie opens up, and we're inside the pizzeria, but we don't know this yet. We have the security guard running away. Now, when we watched the trailer a few months ago, my biggest concern with Hunter watching it was this one scene, and I didn't realize it was going to be in the opening.
Like, this is the scene?
Because they showed it in the trailer, and I was like, that's got to be bloody.
It's PG-13. It can't be.
It can't be too bloody.
Right.
But that was before we knew what it was rated.
I mean,
but obviously you don't see anything.
I've been more worried about the babysitter lady one.
Yeah. And that was the scene he was most looking forward to. So we meet our main character, Mike, and he's a mall security guard. And we see the what he feels is the attempted kidnapping. What are your thoughts on Mike after seeing his reaction?
I didn't really know what was going on.
Yeah.
It was slightly distracted at that point in the movie. But it was a pretty good ass whooping he laid on the guy. I knew it was going to wind up being something like not what he wanted it to be. But
Oh, what he thought it was.
yeah, not
So
what he thought he was.
obviously he sees this kid kind of freaking out when this guy's trying to grab him. I mean, later on we learn that the reason he's so jumpy on that is because his brother got kidnapped.
Yeah. Which I guess
Well,
that would make me jumpy too.
yeah. Like I get jumpy when there's thunderstorms and windstorms because I've had 2 trees fall on my house.
Mhm.
And so now he's at like going from a mall cop. He's had trouble at every job he's had. What are you doing?
Look at your phone.
We're not.
Kind of sounds like it.
well, no, we're getting a feel for the characters here. So, were you surprised to see how old Matthew Lillard looks nowadays?
I know. He ages like everybody else. And if not, then then we know why he went away. But
Yeah, he's actually popping up in a lot more movies nowadays.
yeah, he's coming back.
So, our first look at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Looks like your typical Chuck E. Cheese.
Been closed since the 80s or 90s, whatever. It was nice to see a VCR.
Okay, so I shouldn't say typical Chuck E. Cheese because those are still open.
Yeah,
At least
well,
some of them. I don't
some,
really
yeah.
know since the pandemic how many of those survived, but
Yeah.
Up until then they were still around. I know that.
Yeah. But so you start to see the puzzle unraveling with Mike when
it got really like convoluted in this whole story with the kids and the dreaming and the kidnapping and the this one and the that one and the who are they and what it got a little bit muddled towards the middle, I will definitely say. I mean, there's, and this will come up later, a solid 20 minutes they could have cut out of this.
Yeah. I don't think any of that's in the game.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I've never played the game. I assume it's just you're trying to survive.
So from what I gathered from playing Hunter's game, he has a few of them, and we've played the Security Breach on the PlayStation. You're basically in a room, the room that Mike is in, the security room, and you have to like monitor to see where the animatronics are and try to survive the night without getting jump scared. The whole purpose of the game is to not get jump scared. Now, it's come a long way since the original, to where now Security Breach is you have to go around the pizza place, which is fucking humongous in the game, and you have to get by without the animatronics jump scaring you. You tracking all this?
That sounds dumb.
The
Like-
originals, yes, but the new one, the Security Breach, I enjoy. Like I've played it with Hunter. I enjoy it.
But what? It's just like you gotta like hope you don't turn around and there's a guy there.
It's not that you don't have to hope that you turn around and get jump scared. It might be like, okay, there's one coming to the door. Is the door shut? If the door's open, you can run into the closet or you can shut the door. Like, remember those old like Game Boy games where you would like side scroll, like the old
Yeah, I know what you're. Like those stupid choose your own adventure stories.
no,
and
not
shit.
not like them, but like remember the old
It's kind of what you're describing.
like the Nintendo Friday the 13th game. You've played that, right?
I don't know.
Where you have to
Ago.
like you walk around, you go up into a cabin, you check to see if anybody's there, you go back out. I mean, you'd have to check out like a YouTube video or something. It's hard to explain. But people fucking love this shit. I don't know why.
I don't either.
So, all right. So the setting, Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Your basic rundown, been closed for years, Chuck E. Cheese. Nothing really happens the first night.
Nope. Which is why I chuckled myself in that description.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
So then we start to get a feel for what's going on in Mike's life. He's a caretaker for his sister because his mother died and his father went crazy. But at the same time, his aunt is trying to get custody of the daughter or the sister.
I know someone like her.
Who?
No longer with us.
Oh. Did she get a check from the state though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You guys were under 18.
Yeah.
That's why Billy stayed there so long. But did your sister get the check when you left though?
Nope.
Oh. Could have reported her for theft.
Should have.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but she's in hell now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Praise
yeah.
Jeebus.
Yeah. I think that was the only time we were ever in a church together too. Just to make sure. But
I had steaks and garlic just to be sure. Although they cremated her, so you know.
Oh yeah, that's right, they did. That was so long ago.
Foiled my plan. Lord knows I'm never visiting his house to try and get a hold of that thing.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Yeah. Anyways. So we see like she's trying to get custody, saying he's unfit and he keeps losing his job. But he's got to go back to work. So now we're back in the pizzeria and we meet Vanessa. So seeing as I know a little bit about the game, I'm like, what the fuck? I thought she was a bad guy. Whatever.
I didn't know anything about the game, and I said, holy shit, this person's connected to it immediately.
Yeah.
Just because of how stupid, weird, and awkward she was.
Yes, it's very weird, very awkward.
And her throwing accusations.
So then so now we're meeting our characters. Freddy Fazbear, hell of a singer.
You could be too if you had a pre-recorded track playing for you.
Well, actually, the people inside the bodies were playing the voices too.
But
That's
the
what-
songs that they were playing were
the songs
actual
were- yeah.
original artist tracks. So yes, he has a great singing voice because it's
Yeah. And so we have Freddy Fazbear, who's a bear. We have Bonnie, I don't know what the fuck bunny is. I think she's like a
I would
bunny.
say a bunny, yeah.
A bunny. We have,
It would make sense with the bunny.
yeah,
Bunny.
we have Chica the chicken and Mr. Cupcake and Foxy the fox. What are your thoughts? What were you thinking as you're introduced to these people, these animatronics? If you were a kid, would you want to go see fucking Freddy Fazbear, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy?
No. Like, even like with how chintzy and terribly fake, like real ones look.
Yeah.
No. Nothing
Wow.
with eyes that glow like that. No, thank you.
Well, they only glow when they're getting ready to kill.
Yeah.
So we also learn about Mike's history of watching his brother and his brother being kidnapped, which fucking happened really quick because the mother was like, "Watch your brother," and then boom, kid's gone.
Well, I mean, we're watching a dream sequence.
Yeah. And so we're starting to see this plan unravel of the aunts. This girl is babysitting Abby all night long and for free, even though Mike plans to pay her. And then we find out she's only doing it to look for stuff to incriminate him for his aunt to get.
She looked guilty about it.
I don't know. I thought they had a little thing going on there.
She looked guilty about it.
Are you talking about at the restaurant, or are we talking
Yeah.
about? Let's talk about the lawyer for a second. He cracked me.
He needed a bigger part.
Yeah,
He
he was funny.
He needed something at the end.
Yeah, I can't be hearing this. Sit down. Okay. So they come up with the idea to kind of like cost him his job. Kind of like a 3 strikes, you're out rule. And they're going to go into Freddy Fazbear's after he leaves and trash the place. Now we're starting to see what these animatronics are really like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was pretty good, little trounce through them all getting moitered. It probably would have been better if it was R, and they could have had more blood. But
I mean, for PG-13, that little bit of blood when the girl gets bit in half. Or was it the guy that got bit in half?
the girl,
Yeah.
the blood on the door, but it was just kind of one of those. Whereas, I started to wonder pretty early on where these bodies were going. But
it was funny because while we were watching it and they showed the dead bodies inside the animatronics, Hunter's like, "Oh, well, that's so and so, and that's so." I was like, "How the fuck do you how do you fucking know all this?"
he played the games.
And apparently, this movie is based on the first 3 games. There's 5 like main title games, and then there's Security Breach, maybe like 2 or 3 others that are out now. But so the concept of the movie is security guard overnight, animatronics that tries to take kids' souls. What do you think?
It's hella out there.
Must have been a lot of drugs making this game.
I mean, but if he is this genius who has made this animatronic thing. And even though nobody knows, he knows how to put people in them.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he masquerading as a recruitment officer? Like, sorry, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
but like, and he owns it, and he's just gonna give himself. I mean, it's just kind of
Can you move to your
stupid.
left a little bit? Thank you. The microphone thing's blocking your face.
I like being blocked.
No. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. But it was kind of suspicious, like the scene when he's talking to Mike at first, and then he realizes the last name. And then he's like, "Oh, I have a job." Like
Yeah,
it shows he's kind of shady.
yeah. Well, and I mean, you don't catch that until the end.
Which was a surprise. I was surprised by that it was him.
Yeah, well, at the same time, I kind of wasn't because, the other big name, the other really recognizable person in the movie, they tend to have fairly large roles when they're the only other really recognizable person in the movie.
He was the only recognizable. I don't know anybody else that was in
Oh,
this movie.
the kid who played Mike he was in the Hunger Games movies,
Never seen
and
him.
he's been in a bunch of other things too.
I've never seen those. So, but so the character development is kind of where I was going with learning about Mike and Abby and the animatronics and
I
Matthew
mean,
Lillard.
there was a lot of it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not going to sit here and say all of it was good,
yeah.
but there sure was a lot of it.
I mean, because like as you're going throughout the movie, you're learning little pieces at a time, and Mike is acting as a parent when he doesn't want to be, and you got the aunt that just wants the fucking the sister for the money, and then you got Vanessa who you think is like, okay, she's just a cop on her beat, and then you realize that she's more connected to this place, and the career counselor, and
I will admit, I kind of just thought that she was like a sibling to one of the kids that got disappeared or something. So, but I knew she was involved somehow.
yeah, and you learn that the animatronics have been taken over by kids.
Not
Oh,
taken
well,
over, but
but like possess the souls of these missing kids.
yeah.
And now they want to add Abby to this group, which, according to Hunter, would have been Roxy, which is, I don't know what the fuck that is. Honestly,
Baby, it looked like. I don't know.
no. And then you have the character, which you don't really think is a character, Balloon Boy, the one that was in the locker.
Yeah.
Did you watch the end credit scene?
I must have missed it. I tried to watch for it, but I didn't see it. I
Okay,
was distracted.
I meant to tell you to make sure you watch the end credit scene, but that was my bad. So the taxi driver, remember when Freddy gets in?
Yeah, I do kind of remember the taxi driver.
He shuts off his duty sign on the taxi and takes
And
a
then the
nap.
thing is there, yeah.
Yeah. So possibly sets up for a bigger role of Balloon Boy. I don't know who the fuck Balloon Boy is, but so the effects, obviously these animatronics come to life.
They did pretty good with the animatronics. I mean,
I mean, we're talking a $20 million budget. So,
Yeah.
we had the opportunity to meet Kevin Foster and Jessica Weiss at Terracon like 2 months last month, and Jess Weiss was saying that they were actually in the suits making the movements, and if they talked, they were the voices. So that kind of helped Hunter realizing that it's not real, because, you know, I said, remember those people we met at Terracon? They were in those suits. They were very nice people. Okay. Let's talk directing and acting. I imagine it's hard to play against 4 big animatronics.
Yeah. I mean, but they had people in them, so
Yeah.
it's always a bigger issue when there's no people there. I mean, I think the main character did good. I think that girl, Vanessa, just, I don't know what it was about her. She just came across, I don't know. Not like a bad, it's not like bad acting. It's just kind of bleh.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't like, she
She
was just
wasn't
weird and
believable.
quirky. Yeah. She wasn't believable. She's just kind of there,
Yeah.
you know. There's a lot about her that just, even after finding out the big twist and all that, is just like, that still does, like, some of your reactions to some of the things that he did or said or whatever, like they just didn't line up. Um, but I mean, the little girl there, she did good. Um, Playing the moody little sister. Um, it would have been nice to, I don't know, maybe see what have happened to the aunt there. But
PG-13.
yeah, they showed a lot of the rest of it. So
Yeah. You know, definitely the little girl played her role to a T. Like, doesn't want to be around, doesn't want to do this, doesn't want to do that, becomes friendly with them, gets friendly with Vanessa. Then she had a thing with forts. Did you notice that?
hmm
She had the fort in her room, the fort in the
sure that
scary
has
outfit.
something to do with the game.
Yeah, I'll have to ask Hunter. But Mike playing that down on his luck, works overnights,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Matthew Lillard, his short scenes, but he did pretty well.
hmm
Um, so it's an hour and 49 minutes. What do you think?
Long.
I think this could have been capped at an hour 30.
Yep, kind of like 20 minutes of that character development.
Yeah. Like the aunt thing doesn't really play a role.
Yeah, it's kind of sloppy, like background, like, because once those 4 disappear,
That's it.
like she didn't, like, what happened, or immediately wonder, oh crap, do I have to, run? Am I going to get arrested because they got caught or something?
And then he calls her asking for a favor.
It's just, I don't know.
I mean, he doesn't know that his aunt has hired
Yeah.
this woman to search his house or whatever for shit. But like, that would be like your sister calling Jay to come watch you.
Yeah, I would have had the same reaction as that little girl.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Yeah. And, you know, so if you want to kill an animatronic, electrocute him.
Sure. Makes sense to me. Short out the circuits, kill the motherboard.
So, the end of the movie, we find out that Matthew Lillard's character is really Vanessa's father, who owned Freddy Fazbear's, who kidnapped Mike's brother, and kind of ties everything all together.
Because it's a small world after all.
It is. And the 5 kids that disappeared, or the 4 kids that disappeared in the 80s, were all taken by him. So that's our big plot twist. What did you think of the ending?
It kind of lacked for me. I mean, again, it's like, if you're this evil genius, why the hell are you just like a recruitment officer to get a goddamn security guard? What do you need the security guard for? What the hell is his point?
Okay, so here's my philosophy on this.
It doesn't make any sense.
Here's my philosophy on this. Have you ever seen Willy's Wonderland?
No.
So I'm surprised. It's a Nick Cage movie.
I don't think he's the greatest actor. I just like a lot of what he does.
I think you'd like this movie. So originally, the story for Willy's Wonderland was supposed to be the original Five Nights at Freddy's movie. This movie's been in development for over 10 years. And one of the key things in Willy's Wonderland was they would find a way to trap somebody in their small town. Whether, like, Nick Cage's character is driving down the road, gets a flat tire. The guy says, "Oh, I can fix it. It'll be $300." He pulls out the credit card. "Oh, sorry, we don't take credit." And the ATM's out. But if you do this job, I'll do it for free, and you can leave in the morning. And he ends up cleaning Willy's Wonderland, which is basically a knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's, which is a knockoff of Chuck E. Cheese. And they're basically sacrificing Nick Cage's character to these animatronics. So I'm thinking that's maybe what Matthew Lillard is doing as a career counselor on people with down on their luck. He's kind of sacrificing them to the
Too good for homeless people?
one a night. I mean, the town might not have any homeless people left. I don't know. We don't know much about this town.
This is America. This is 2020 something. America.
Well,
You don't get to kill the working man.
oh, excuse me. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out if there's a second movie. What was your favorite scene in the movie?
I kind of like watching that girl get chomped in half.
Yeah. I like
She was
this.
dumb for following that kid. She got what she deserved.
I think my favorite scene was when the cupcake attacked in the fridge. Mr. Cupcake. He's a badass little cupcake.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of that scene was when the other guy came over and looked in the window and the bird just kind of gave him the side eye, like, don't worry,
Yeah.
coming for you next.
Chica.
I will not. No.
Yes.
The bird.
Chica.
The bird.
So there's only really see 3 or 4 kills in this. Two kills.
Security guard chopped in half. Well, that guy got his face ripped off. You kind of saw that. Fat guy in the closet. You don't see.
The aunt you don't see.
You don't see the aunt. You don't see that girl's husband, do you?
What girl?
Blonde guy.
He's the one that fights Foxy.
Yeah, okay. So there's 4.
What was your favorite kill? The chopping in half.
Yeah, I mean that was probably
So the horror, if you were 13 years old, had a sleepover, and let's put on Five Nights at Freddy's, would you be scared?
No.
Yeah. I think if they went the rated R route, it could have been a lot better.
I mean, if the game's based on jump scares, why didn't they have any jump scares in it? Hey, come on. I mean, I get like the jump scares in the game are supposed to be like you're dead, but
Well, see, like the thing with the jump scares in the game is, so like you're sitting there, like I can only speak really on Security Breach. That's the only game
I'm just
I've
saying,
played.
I get like the common idea would be that if they catch you, you're dead. So like the jump scare is that you're dead, but they're not going to show it, keep it for kids. But like, why isn't it in the movie?
Yeah, that makes. But I mean, like a jump scare in the game is like you see Chica or Foxy or Montgomery Gator walking by a door.
Don't be throwing other goddamn characters in here, guy. I don't need to, get confused on new names.
Oh, trust me, there's a whole fucking universe here.
I know.
But so, or like you're going down a hallway and all of a sudden you see one of the animatronics, it'll come up and be like, like that's the jump scare.
So why did they do that?
They just have Chica giving the side eye like, yeah, next motherfucker. That's why. So not really too much gore. I think there's only one scene with blood and it's only a little bit.
Yeah, on the door there.
Well, that is behind frosted glass. You just see splatter. But
no, but you see the handprint and the hand slide, and afterwards you see the blood left on after.
So then there is, of course, the end credit scene with Balloon Boy and the taxi driver. All right. Big question of the week, Justin. Do you recommend this movie?
It's all right. It's not great, but I guess if you like that kind of thing, sure.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something to watch on Halloween night with your kids, yeah, sure. Put on Five Nights at Freddy's. They'll be okay.
Just watch 3 minutes of fucking ads before it. There 3 minutes of ads before it played on mine. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Stupid Peacock.
So do you think there is a sequel potential?
I'm sure they're gonna milk it for every cent that they can get.
Yeah.
Whether there's a demand for it or not, this will get 3 or 4 movies. Once the dust settles and they figure out how much money they made off of it.
I mean, they're doing pretty good so far. They're talking Oppenheimer numbers right now, so all right, Justin. What do you rate Five Nights at Freddy's?
You can have a nice 2.5.
2.5. I gave it a 3.5.
Right in the middle.
IMDb 6.1 out of 10. Let's see what Letterboxd is real quick. Currently at 2.7 on Letterboxd. Been watched by a lot of people. No Rotten Tomatoes score yet. So I think that concludes our trip to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria.
Thank God.
But before we go, I'm going to put in Hunter's thoughts right here.
Right here.
All right, so we're here with our mascot, Hunter. Hunter, you watched the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. What did you think of it?
It was good.
It was good. What was your favorite part?
When Vanessa got.
When she got stabbed?
Oh yeah, that's violent.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the animatronics in the movie?
They were detailed good.
Yeah. Was it true to life to the game?
Oh yeah.
So, me and Justin, when we were recorded the episode, we were talking. Now, you said that the babysitter, she was in a character. What character was that?
I forgot. She was like in a bad character.
Yeah.
Wait, she was Mike's friend.
Yeah. But remember when she was in the animatronic in the back when he found her?
Oh yeah.
What character was she in?
She was in a towel. Rats.
No, she wasn't in a towel.
She got eaten by Freddy.
Yeah. So, overall, you liked the movie?
Yep.
Was it scary?
No.
1 to 5 mugs. How many mugs do you rate it?
10 a million stars.
1 out of 5 mugs. 1 being bad, 5 being the best.
Nope.
Which 1 to 5?
5.
Okay, you give it a 5?
Yep.
All right. So, say bye to the movie bar fans.
Bye movie bar fans.
Right here? Or right here? Right there.
All right. Thank you, Hunter, for your thoughts on the movie.
Right there.
Fucking dick. You know? Wait till January 1st when we can't swear anymore. Becoming a family friendly podcast.
Getting a new co-host?
I'm going to figure out how to beep.
Oh yeah, you can figure out how to beep it. So long as I can still say it, I don't care.
Well, next week, in honor of Veterans Day, seeing as yours truly is a veteran, we are going to be covering 2008's The Hurt Locker, starring Jeremy Renner and Anthony Mackie before they were Avengers. Justin, have you ever seen The Hurt Locker?
No, I have not.
Do you like explosions?
Eh. As long as they're not just explosions for explosion's sake, like Michael Bay.
Well, they're EOD specialists, so I'm pretty sure that the explosions are there for a reason. But the bar is now closed. Thank you so much for listening. You can follow and stay up to date with the podcast at the Movie Bar Pod on X, at the
Twitter.
Movie Bar Pod on Instagram, at the Movie Bar Pod on YouTube and TikTok, and at the Movie Bar Podcast on Facebook.
We are on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Podcast, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and most places you listen to your podcasts. And be sure to check out our website, www.moviebarpod.com.
Thank you for listening. Please let us know what you want to hear by contacting us on social media or via email at themoviebar@outlook.com. Please be sure to like, review, and subscribe to the podcast. Happy November.